What's happening, everyone? Nicky Hawkins here, West Ham Fan TV now. It's just going to be a really quick video actually. I'm actually sitting in the car right now, and I'm quite shocked today to see some of the stuff that has been said about us on the internet, to be quite honest with you. Like, as you know, last week, as we've said so many times, there's been a meeting with Karen Brady, and it was designed to be a positive meeting for fans, and we was quite confident that if we came out of the meeting, we was quite happy and we was quite pleased that all of our stuff has been taken into consideration. There's been a lot of points that are going to come into immediate effect that hopefully makes the fans' lives a bit easier. Now the problem is with this stuff is like, no matter what you do, we're not everybody's cup of tea. We know that for a fact, yeah. And that's fine. Everyone's entitled to opinion. Everyone's entitled to opinion about us. A lot of people base it on what we do. They don't really know us, you know, personally. But anyone that does follow our channel regularly know that we are passionate fans. We want not only our football club to do well, but we want, you know, we're not bored. Well, I'm not particularly pro-ball. You know, I question, and I want to know answers about a lot of stuff. I want to know, you know, I think they've done a lot of stuff wrong, especially concerning the move to the Olympic Stadium. Not just then, I was having a go at them last year about Upton Park, about some of the ticket prices. But the thing is, you're never going to please everyone. Now, the most painful comments that I've seen across the internet, across some forums, Twitter, YouTube comments, things like that, is that people are accusing us now of being lapdogs and sold out to the board. Now, you can ask anybody in that room, West Ham United included, about, you know, exactly what we went in there, what attitude we went in there, and anybody in that room will tell you, yeah, that we was probably, if not one of the most, probably maybe the most vocal entity in the room. You know, I was bringing up serious issues, you know, issues that fans have had, you know, feedback that you've sent us, and we've been airing around the stadium, you know, things that we think are terrible, you know. Stewarding for one, and just things to make a match day a lot more pleasurable and a lot more of a pleasant experience. And we was quite happy when we come out of the meeting that, you know, at least some things were getting done. You know, it's an ongoing thing. It's not going to change overnight. But there were 14 or 15 points that come out of that meeting that were sent to us by West Ham that were immediate changes like that, and a lot of them were you know, were to do with the stewards. About 7 or 8 points were to do with the stewards. One of them was to do with the beer. You know, we needn't just talk about beer. If you think we went in there and spoke for 3 hours about, you know, how quickly you get served at the bar, you know, it's one of the last things on the agenda. But it's something that they can change immediately. So yeah, it was stewarding. The time it takes to get into the stadium, you know, the time it takes to get to the stadium, you know, finding out information about routes to the stadium, gas leak and things like that, you know, just a load of what I consider to be, you know, important stuff. You know, the fact that our fans are being treated like dirt, the fact that our fans are being filmed all the time. Why are they being filmed? You know, why are the stewards treating us like crap? Why are we throwing out lifelong fans? What was the +2 scheme? All of that, things like that come up, right? Now we come out of the meeting quite positive, and think we had a bit of a positive effect on the meeting, and we'll start to make fans' lives easier. Now, you've been looking on our channel for 2 years, right? 2 years we've been building our platform. Now we've built ourselves up to us, and I know some people are disappointed that, you know, some people weren't invited to the meeting. I totally get that, you know. And why are we more important than anyone else? Why are we more important than anyone on the street? Well, we're not. We're just normal fans. The only reason that we got chosen is because our faces are out there, our channel's out there. Spent a long time and thousands of hours travelling around this country, trying to provide, you know, content for West Ham fans, for one, you know, something to watch, something to, you know, something to identify with, you know, because we're proper fans, we're real fans, and we spent a long time, you know, trying to build that up. But along the way, somewhere along the way, and maybe it's, you know, it should be that, because we, you know, we strive to give the fans a voice. We've become, you know, the voice of a lot of fans, and, you know, we've been saying, you know, we can tell you how to get these things right. We can tell you, and we've been ignored for a long time. We've been ignored. Now, because of the following we built, because of the people that follow us, because of the people that watch us, because of the amount of views we get on our YouTube channel now, they're starting to take notice. They're starting to take notice of you. They're starting to take notice of me, right? And it's not our channel. We just run it. We just publish the stuff. You know, it's for everybody. You know, like Dom gets a lot of stick. I know someone chased Dom down in a train station the other day, screaming and shouting in his face. Dom's nothing to do with us. He comes over. The only reason Dom's on the channel, we say, "Oh, stop interviewing, stop interviewing." Well, he comes over and gives us an opinion. You know, it's open to 55,000 people. Anybody can come out of that stadium and give us an opinion. I would never not interview anybody. You know, and you know, to say that they're saying that Dom was in the meeting. No, Dom wasn't in the meeting. Dom is nothing to do with West Ham fans. He's a normal fan, a passionate fan who travels home and away, that comes over and gives us opinions after. That's all that Dom is. He's been invited onto post-match pint a few times because, you know, because of the interaction we've had, and we know him. We know he's a passionate fan. We know he gives good opinions. That's the only reason. Anybody's welcome to come over and give us opinions. But going back to the meeting again, the most disappointing things is people calling us sellouts. People basing this on absolutely zero information, saying that we've sold out, we've all been silenced, we all sat there nodding our head. Now, the thing I would ask firstly is, do you think, when you go back and look at my stuff, now I'm talking about a couple of people in question, do you think that I would sell my trust I have with, you know, fans and things? You know, I meet fans, I'm in amongst them. Do you think I would compromise that just to sit in a room with Karen Brady? Because what do you think I've got out of this? What do you think that? Why would you think that I sat there and sort of like lapped everything up and said yeah? Do you think I'm plotting the demise of fans? Because you know, if you think that, and you know me personally, you're deluded. You're deluded. And what do you think I've got out of it? Do you think I've got personal gain out of it? If you don't think I've got personal gain out of it, what reason would I have, or any of the boys? Like, I'm not just talking about me. I'm just talking about me in the first person now. But what reason would you have? Do you think I have to sell our souls to the board? Like, do you think they've bought us off? Because I can assure you now, I've got zero out of doing this. The only thing I get out of doing this, the only thing I got out of giving up 5 hours of my life the other night, is to make 55,000 people in that stadium who travel to that stadium week in, week out, to try and make it a little bit better for them. And that's the only reward all of them bloggers got in that meeting. You know, we wasn't paid even expenses to get down there. I live in Wickford, in Essex. You know, that's in Stratford. You know, I drove for 45 minutes to get there and 45 minutes to get home. You know, I wasn't paid anything. I wasn't even given, you know, a train ticket. I done that off of my own accord. Me and Ryan done that out of our own pockets. We give up our own time. We give up an evening. I've got a family. I could have spent the evening with my family. What do you think I've got out of that? You know, why do you think, like, what do you base the fact that, oh yeah, you've been silenced now? Well, I've been silenced. We've been given an opportunity to get across the points of view of us as fans, to try and make it better. That's the only thing that has happened in that meeting. Like, you think anything else has happened in that meeting? You think anyone else was excluded from that meeting because it's a conspiracy and we're all lapdogs? You're deluded, mate. You're deluded. And to be quite honest with you, I was questioning this with Ryan the other day. why did we bother? Like, should we go again? I don't know. I don't know whether we will, because what's the point? Because as soon as you try and do anything positive for fans of the club, you know, there's always 5, 6, 7% of people want to bring you down and accuse you of selling out, accuse you, like, what do you think we've got from this? What do you think we've got? Monetary gain? What do you think we've been promised? Things from the club? We've been promised nothing. We've been promised nothing. I think it's important that West Ham United have a more open relationship with fans. You know, I think that they should, you know, this was discussed as well, access to players and things, you know. I want to talk to the likes of Andy Carroll. I want to ask him the questions that you want to ask him. I want to bring your Twitter questions to him. West Ham United don't do that at the minute. I want to talk to Mikel Antonio. I want to talk to Slaven Bilic. I want to speak to them. I want to get access to them to give to you the chance to speak to them directly. You know, to give you the chance of seeing some fun content. They've promised me none of that. You know, we don't even get any access. We don't even get any press passes. We get nothing. I get absolutely zero from getting to that meeting, apart from the fact that the satisfaction that 55,000 people that attend that stadium's experience of the stadium becomes more positive. That's the only reward we ask. We don't ask for anything else. You know, the relationships between the club and the fan base that have been very severely damaged in the past year, and they've admitted that they've made mistakes. You know, that's all we wanted. We wanted them to admit they made mistakes. We wanted them to admit that they're treating fans in the wrong way, and we want them to try and correct it. That's the only thing we asked in that meeting. No money, no satisfaction, no sort of names on websites, no content, nothing. Not a single thing. Yet, and we still get accused of selling out. I think it's absolute nonsense. I think it's absolute a travesty. You know, I don't have to go. You know, I'm questioning whether I will go to the next one, because you know, what's the point if you're just going to be accused of being yes men? But we will go, because although there are 5, 6, 7%, there are 93% of people that, you know, are happy that we got the chance to voice, you know, their opinions, that trust us with their opinions, that trust that we won't sell out to the club and become a corporate shambles and all this. Yeah, it's bemusing to me, but you know, we'll crack on. Look out for the rest of the content this week on the social. Monday Musings, I'm going to post that up a bit later. I'm a bit busy at the moment, but Monday Musings will be posted up a bit later. Will be filmed tomorrow on the social this week with Ryan. His transfer stuff. There won't be no preview or FIFA preview this week until Tuesday next week, because of obviously no game, but there'll be other content coming. Thank you very much for watching this. Come on, you irons.